Hey there, Internet! So there's this growing trend of people putting up videos saying what they like each month, and I think it's a good idea, so I'm going to go ahead and jump in that bandwagon. I know we're already a little bit into July, but I'm going to backtrack and talk about my favorite things from June. So ready, go! My favorite TV show that's just premiered this summer is absolutely The Newsroom by Aaron Sorkin. Now, I know this is already the third TV show Aaron Sorkin has done about people who make TV shows. I loved Sports Night. I even watched Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip. I have really high hopes for this show, and I think that it is a really interesting sort of behind-the-scenes look at what it could be like to work in the news industry. Choosing what my favorite book was that I read in June was actually really hard. I read so many, I've made a lot of Where's Your Bookmark episodes about them, so I had to go with the book that I didn't have time to make a Where's Your Bookmark episode for it. It's Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Seriously, I had to choose between do I want to stop reading and film something, or do I need to keep going? It's fantasy, but it's not in England. It takes place in this land called Ravka, which is sort of like 1800s Russia. So good! And I was actually lucky enough to meet Leigh during the Fierce Reads tour, so she signed my book because she was so cool like that. Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Read it. You won't regret it. I didn't actually go to see that many movies in the month of June, but one that I really did enjoy was Disney Pixar's Brave. The scenery of Scotland was just amazing, and I thought the storyline was definitely cute, though I want to give major props to the short film that preceded it, La Luna. It was so cute. I think Pixar's short films are such a great example about how silent films still work. There's still something that capture people and you can get involved and your imagination can run wild. I finally got to go see my favorite musician, Eric Hutchinson, in concert in Milwaukee. It was fantastic. If you have never heard of him, I'm not surprised and I'm disappointed because he is amazing. He's one of those guys where I do not understand why they're not playing his stuff on the radio all the time. It is brilliant. Afterwards, he was signing stuff, so he signed my ticket for me, which was really cool, and then I had mentioned something that I had said to him on Twitter earlier, and he remembered who I was, so he was kind enough to sign his copy of his first CD before I sold out, which they don't really make anymore, that they happen to have copies on hand, so I got it and it's amazing. His latest CD is called Moving Up, Living Down. I have been listening to it non-stop since it came out in April. It is such a good, especially summer sort of CD. So that is by far my favorite music of the summer. It's going to be hard to come up with a music selection for July. My favorite purchase of the month is that I finally jumped on the bandwagon and got myself a pair of Toms. They are so comfortable. I can't even believe it. I was looking for a pair of shoes that I could just slip on and run out. I'm not a huge sandal person, and these are great. They're so comfortable, and they go with everything. I wear them with jeans, I wear them with shorts, I wear them with skirts. They're great. And one thing I love about them most of all is the whole charity aspect. For every pair of Toms that someone buys, the company then donates a pair. I just think that's really great how you can turn entrepreneurship into something that's also beneficial. During June, I went with a few friends of mine to this place called the Pottery Bayou. What this place is you go and you pick out a piece of ceramics and you have 2 hours to sit and paint it, and then you go pick it up in a week and a half or so and they fire it and glaze it for you and it's yours to keep. So one of my friends made a bowl that turned out really great and the other made a little vase, and I was a little more ambitious. I went with a jewelry box because I thought it would be something that was nice and small, but then my design got a little too complicated. It actually turned out alright. It's a little smeary, but it's bluish and orangish, so I guess it's my old college colors, but the stripes were a little much. I was running short on time, but now it's this cute thing that I get to have. So those were some of my favorite things from June. Of course, if you guys have comments on any of this, please leave them down below, and there's links to all my Twitter, blogs, all that sort of fun stuff. I love hearing from you guys, and I would love to see what kind of fun stuff you did in June. So that's it from me for now, Internet. Take care. Bye-bye.